welcome to Truth in Life Tarot. This is another quickie reading where I've already pre-shuffled the oracle cards and then I will pull some tarots during the actual reading. So the topic of this video is what am I not seeing? Pile 1 is this 7 chakra bracelet. Pile 2 is the citrine bracelet. Pile 3 is the rose quartz bracelet, and pile 4 is the hematite and black obsidian crystal. Well, bracelet. So the timestamps are going to be down below. I'll see you there. Bye. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this 7 chakra bracelet, then this is your reading. So first, let's see what you got from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and then we'll move into your Moonology cards, and then we'll pull some tarot. So you got the Sun, many paths, the Arrow, and the Ancient Ones. Okay, and for your Moonology cards, you have Full Moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you, and Full Moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. All right. So for you guys, what you're not seeing is the path ahead of you. Like, you're not seeing the bigger picture. I feel like a lot of you guys may be all in your head and you're like kind of looking at the small details now and you're not looking at the way forward. You have like 4 cards about looking at like what's beyond yourself. And you also have the Ancient Ones here. So that makes me think of like maybe this has to do with family ties or ancestral ties, like cutting past karma. I feel like some of you aren't seeing that. You don't. For some of you, it's like you're living a certain way or you're thinking a certain way, and you're not seeing that things don't have to be that way just because they've always been that way and your family has done this and everyone else around you in your culture has done it this way. Let's see what your tarot cards have to add. Here for pile 1, what are they not seeing? Oop. Luckily that card fell right in my lap there. Okay. So this makes sense with your oracle cards. You have the 9 of Swords, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the 5 of Wands reversed. So you have 2 cards about kind of being all up in your head. In this deck, the 5 of Wands has like the snakes coming out of the snakes as hair, and it also has like the wands, the twigs in there. So it's just all discombobulated and just hectic up there. And for the back of the deck energy, you have the 7 of Swords. So what you're not seeing is that you don't have to keep doing what you're doing, at least the way that you're doing it. There is a better way. There is a better path for you. It may have something to do with showing the world the real you. It may have to do with expressing yourself in ways that you have not done before. And this is only if you feel safe or feel called to, because you also have the Ace of Cups reversed. So what you're not seeing is that you are giving, like, you may be giving kind of too much energy to the situation. You may be giving too much emotional energy to it, meaning that it's like your cup is being drained because of this, and you're not necessarily, I don't feel like a lot of you are getting that energy back. I feel like a lot of you are just kind of trapped in this situation, in this mindset, in this kind of and I feel like for a lot of you it is cultural, this kind of cultural situation that you're having right now. So this is a call to look at the bigger picture and show the world the real you, what you're comfortable showing them. You don't have to just kind of like lay it out, everything out on the table. But for this pile, for those people that chose pile 1, it is important to kind of get out of your own head, because some of you, it's like because you're in your own head, you can't really show the world the real you. You can't really see like 5 feet past your nose. Like, you're not really seeing past your own problems. So what you are not seeing is that beyond what you can imagine or see right now, there is something better for you. You do have the sun here. So, and the sun, like this, the sun is even like in the tarot, like the sun is like it is the most powerful and positive card in the tarot. So once you get beyond what you're not seeing, you will have happiness, you will have success, but you do have to show the world a part of yourself that you may not have previously been ready to show them. And that doesn't mean to show them everything. It could just mean to be like, hey, I'm not doing this anymore, or hey, I don't like the way this is being done, I'm not going to be a part of this anymore. Because someone, and I feel like there could be like a bit of deceit here, or it's like, not only is there a bit of deceit as in people around you, or perhaps maybe even yourself, prefer to do things the easy way rather than to just kind of dig deep and be solution oriented, but this is also saying that you should work smarter, not harder. So in the end, what will be the smartest move for you? And what you're not seeing is that it's going to open up new paths for you. Like, it's not going to be as kind of open and closed shut as you currently think. So yeah, that's all I have for you, Pile 1. If that resonated with you and if you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this citrine bracelet, then this is your reading. Let's start out with your mystical shaman oracle cards, and then we'll move into the Moonology cards. You have Earth and Eagle. Interesting first energies. And for your Moonology cards, you have expect powerful change. Nothing will come of this situation. Nothing is yet set in stone, and have faith in your dreams. So right off the bat, you have like opposing energies here. You have Earth and Eagle, which makes me think of Earth and Air, and those are opposite. And then you have powerful change. Nothing will come of the situation. Nothing is set in stone. Well, these two are like less opposite, but nothing is set in stone, and have faith in your dreams. So, and that was new moon eclipse, void of horse moon, mutable moon, and waxing crescent moon. It's interesting how you have none of the signs here. You just have like the phases of the moon. So for you guys, what are you not seeing? So there is a certain balance that needs to be had here. I feel like it's realism versus being all in your head. Like kind of like the 3D versus being all in your head, and negativity versus positivity. So you guys, I'm going to get some more tarot cards to clarify, but with these cards, it seems like you guys need to, what you're not seeing is that there's a middle ground that needs to be had here. It's like, it's not all like, oh, things are going to be wonderful or things just aren't going to work out. Like, there is a middle ground that is just out of your sight. I feel like you're not too far from it actually, but let me get some tarot cards. What is you not seeing? All right, you have the King of Wands, and for the back of the deck energy, you have the Ace of Swords. Okay. So with this King of Wands here, it kind of reminds me of this Have Faith in Your Dreams card. It's like you guys can manifest what your goals are. You guys can manifest what you want, but you may not be able to do it in the way that you, oh, this camera just keeps shaking, sorry. You may not be able to do it in the way that you want to. Like, you may have to kind of work around it. It's like you guys may always be in one of these two energies. For example, like you may be like more like, maybe you're an earth sign, or you have like that earth energy where you're very stable and grounded, possibly stubborn. Or some of you could be in this air energy where you're more flimsy and like you may like you're logical, but you may like kind of jump around from different things, and you're also very like lighthearted, like kind of like light on your feet is what I'm getting. So for those of you who are in the more of the earth energy, for example, you don't have to approach your situations in such a headstrong way. Like, it doesn't have to be like A, B, and C. Like, you may have to go this way, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then there you are. This is where you wanted to be. And this is like, so that is what you're not seeing. You're not seeing that things aren't one or the other. Things aren't either or. Even though nothing is yet set in stone, when you have faith in your dreams, you will embody this like kind of King of Wands energy where you are balanced, and you know that having to reach your goal through a different avenue than where you originally wanted is not a bad thing. It's not either or. So, and if you do pick one way, then I feel like nothing will come of this situation. That's a part of what you're not seeing. That if you just choose one way to go about it and you don't change, then the situation isn't going to end the way you want it to. But when you do kind of set yourself in line and you're able to be more flexible while still being grounded enough to keep your core values and the things that make your goals realistic, I guess. It's kind of like if you want a job that's kind of hard to get, well, it would behoove you to keep training in that job. So let's say you want a job where you would have to speak another language, like that's just a part of the job. So even if you've already studied that language, keep like refreshing yourself on that language. Like, keep making sure that you know how to conjugate everything. Like, make sure that you keep having that fresh in your mind. That's the practical way to go about it. So that is all I have for you, Pile 2. If you liked that video and resonated with it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. For those of you who chose this rose quartz bracelet, then this is your reading. Let's start out with your Shaman Oracle cards, and then we'll move on to your Moonology cards. You actually only have one of each. So your Shaman Oracle card is the Rainmaker, and your Moonology card is your hard work is paying off. Sorry guys, I bumped the camera. Okay. So, and I like this combination because the Rainmaker, it makes me think of like in different civilizations where like people would dance to make the rain come, and they would like give certain offerings for, and people probably still do a variation of this or even exactly this, but give offerings to different gods to make the rains come. And then you have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn, and Capricorn with this card just makes me think of making it rain, like money wise, just making it rain. Because Capricorns are all about like getting that money. That's like the stereotype where Capricorns is like they are some hard working people, and this card straight up says your hard work is paying off. So what you're not seeing is that your goals are very much within your reach. You are well on your way. You're like 90% there. Like, what you're not seeing is that the goals that it's like, even if it's just like a plan, or even if it's just something that you had in the back of your mind that you can't actually physically work for, and it's more like a mindset thing, you are almost there. Like, your hard work is paying off. Let me get some tarot cards. Oop. Okay, let's see what else comes out. There's Pile 3, Matson. No, that card fell on the floor. Okay, hang on, let me get that card. So you have the Chariot, the Page of Swords, and the back of the deck energy was the Three of Wands. Okay, so the Chariot is just another, it's like taking the reins and moving forward. And then you have the Page of Swords, which is all about knowledge, and it could be like spying energy, but I feel mostly in this reading it's more about knowledge. Like, you guys, there's something you guys have been working on, possibly involving research, or like kind of taking what you have and making the best out of it. And what you're not seeing is that right now you're pretty much just waiting for your ships to come in. Like, I feel like there's not even a whole lot of hard work to be done because you've already done the bulk of it. Now it's just mostly like kind of waiting until this comes about. It's kind of reminds me of like a stars aligned kind of thing, but the stars are almost aligned. So that is what you guys are not seeing, that you're almost there. You're pretty much there, and you don't have to kind of break your back anymore. For those of you who have been like really busy and kind of reining in the chaotic energy and putting it towards something. So that is all I have for you, Pile 3. If you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. For those of you who chose this hematite and black obsidian bracelet, then this is your reading. So let's start out with your mystical shaman oracle cards, and then we'll move on to the Moonology. You have the moon and the holy mountain. And for your Moonology cards, you have a new romantic cycle begins. Wow. Okay, so what are you not seeing? It's interesting that you got the moon and the holy mountain, because the moon is about the different cycles of the moon and how things pretty much operate in cycles. And then you have the holy mountain, which is about it's like less of a barrier, and like because usually like when people see mountains, they may think like, oh, like this is a barrier, like this is like what's stopping me. But the holy mountain is actually about climbing that mountain to get to like the sacred knowledge up top. It's like on the top of the mountain, you see how this guy, like he's actually meditating up there. It's like a guy right there. So what people used to do is, it's like that was how they got their power or their wisdom. Like they would journey to the top of the mountain and they would meditate, or in some cases I believe they would like bring back like something, like the power of the guy. It was like something that they would bring back. So for you guys, what you're not seeing is that it's like the cycle that you guys are in, it's almost to a close. Like, and of course that doesn't mean like that just means that something new will come in, but it's like the work that you have done, I feel like you've done a lot of spiritual work and it's paying off. That's what you're not seeing, like the spiritual work that you have done, like, because this is a very spiritual card, and then the moon is all about the subconscious and what you're not seeing anyway, but it's also about the moon phases, which can also be spiritual for a lot of people, actually, for a lot of practitioners and a lot of tarot readers, even. Like the moon, like they pay attention to the moon because it means a lot to them. The phases of the moon mean a lot to them. And then of course you have the Moonology card, which is new moon in Libra. So Libra is all about fairness, diplomacy. The planet is Venus, so this is about love, and I feel like for some of you this is kind of love or the self, and for a lot of you this is actually a new romantic interest. But let's see what the tarot cards have to add. I'll move this up. All right. Okay, wow. All right. So you have the Three of Cups, the World in reverse, and the Ten of Cups as the back of the deck energy. So I feel like this reminds me of like cycles. Like for some reason, like this is what it looks like upright. And you see she has the four cardinal, I was about to say the four cardinal directions, but like the earth, wind, water, and fire symbols on her left arm here. For some reason that reminds me of this moon card. And so with like the Three of Cups, so this is about like, because Libras are also known to be very social as well. So this is about kind of a celebration. It's like enjoying yourself amongst friends and family. And then you have, of course, another friends and family card here. So what you guys are not seeing is that this new cycle will be good for you. It may be a different kind of realm for you or a different world for you. I feel like some of you maybe aren't used to being extroverted or aren't used to being like kind of in this higher energy that one would obtain when reaching the top of the mountain. So this is going to, that's what you're not seeing, that you are approaching this new beginning. And I feel like it'll be a whole new, I almost said a whole new world, but it kind of is. Like it's something that's so new but special and sacred in a way. So that's what's like on the horizon for you guys. And I feel like your cycle, it's like the cycle that you're in is almost over, and then this new one will begin, and it might be kind of seamless where like you don't even see the transition. It's just like one day you're just like, oh, okay, like I'm here now. so that is what you guys are not seeing. So this is actually a really good cards to come out. All right, that is all I have for you, pal 4. If you liked that reading and it resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye.